Yeah, I just kind of want to bring this back as we're wrapping up here today to this, where we started, which was, we were talking about Dan Hurley, and this is not a podcast about Dan Hurley, but I think that this quote from him really is really insightful into how I used to think as a coach, and I hear other coaches think. And so after the incident of the being knocked out by Florida, he went on the record of saying, "Hey, I wish I didn't do it." This whole yelling at the referee or complaining about the referees. He said, "I'm going to attempt to take measures both internally, mentally, and externally. However, I wouldn't change one aspect of how I coach a game or how hard we fight, but I'd like to get on and off the court without incident." And I'm not going to super analyze what he's saying in there, but it does seem like there's kind of conflicting statements of like, "Hey, I'm going to take measures to change, but I would never change how I coach the game," right? But I'm pointing this out because I think what's really interesting in this is um, just so much of what we've talked about today of, hey, how we coach the game. Is that who we are, right? You're seeing that, like how he coaches a game, which is a style, and then the other side of how hard we fight, which is a value, right? And you see them right next to each other and how those have become muddled. And at the end of the day, I would hate to see Dan Hurley stop bringing the fight, the intensity, and the passion that he brings to it, because it has made for some great basketball teams, right? But I would love to see for Dan Hurley and for all the other coaches out there, right, to be able to say, "Hey, how could I be better? How could I change and grow myself to be better for the people around me, my players, my family, and honestly, for ourselves?" Because as Dan Hurley self admits, this way of coaching and leading, it's burning him out, and it's a real struggle for him.